Welcome to Cars 2 Honors, a podcast where three idiots try to make sense of Catcher in the Rye. Who are you?
I'm the fiduciary.
And we got the Tallywagon here.
And I'm the Donemobile. Alright, so this book, Catcher in the Rye, it's pretty interesting. What were your initial thoughts about it, guys?
Well, I thought Holden was actually very typical. He doesn't know where he's going, and he makes a lot of excuses for his current state, like it's just a phase. And seems like a typical teenager.
Sounds a lot like you, Alex. Why didn't you read it?
Yeah, Alex.
Alright, so I've already heard, before, English honors. Oh, wait, what?
I could answer.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
thoughts on yeah, go.
My initial thoughts on Catcher in the Rye were really mostly of Holden. Holden seems to be an outcast to society, even if it's not of others' opinions. He seems that he alienates himself from his peers and tries to become someone different from others. Whether this is from his past or whether this is from his own feelings of angst, we don't know yet.
Very nice. My thoughts of Catcher in the Rye before, English honors was came from a friend of mine over the summer. Her description of the book was very vague but still interesting. After actually reading the book, I'd say it was pretty nice. I thought Holden was a character that you could at least relate to, but you couldn't 100% say, yeah, he's totally me. But I'm interested to see whether or not he, continues being edgy or if he's just completely bonkers.
Yeah, he's already seeming a little hypocritical when he talks about, phonies, but then he goes on to talk about how good of a liar he is and how he lies to get out of a lot of stuff, which seems to go against a lot of his own beliefs.
All right. So, what does it mean to be a mature person?
I really think maturity comes from understanding yourself and understanding how you affect others, because how Holden acts currently is he talks about all these rules that he has for other people and how he wants other people to live, but then when you see how he acts throughout the story, he does not actually follow most of them. It's not mature of him to put out these rules and then not follow it. It's more or less hypocritical.
Would you say that you're a mature person?
Oh, I'm very, very mature. Yeah.
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 My vision's getting blurry.
Yeah. You should get some glasses, dude.
So I think Holden, as on a scale of maturity, he's fairly mature, as he at one point in the book admits that at times he's not the most mature, but he can be mature at times, and I feel like recognizing your own flaws is pretty mature. Like if you can look inward and realize that the problem is you and not others, it's pretty mature.
So would you say that you think that understanding that you're not mature makes you mature?
I would say recognizing that you weren't mature would be mature, and maybe focusing on yourself and not what others think.
Would you say that you're mature?
It's a tough one. I'd say
It's a yes or no question.
there's times when I'm mature.
When I look at you, I know you're mature.
Thank you, Al.
Indeed.
My bad. Fiduciary or whatever.
Fiduciary.
I'd have to agree with most of you guys. Admitting your faults.
There's two of us.
I have to agree mostly with all of you. All right, with what you guys have to say. Shut up. Okay. Just admitting your mistakes is a very big step towards being mature. However, Holden, even though he admits all his faults, he's not the one to go out of his way and try to correct it. You could see repeatedly like he feels sorry in the book, or he doesn't feel like he's doing the right thing in a book, or he's just like saying flat out loud, yeah, I would have done this, but I just decided not to because I'm just cool like that. And that's where I have to cross the line.
So, do you think you're mature?
Oh no.
So what do you think makes someone mature?
Admitting their mistakes and trying to like correct those mistakes while you're at it. Now, of course, you're not going to be perfect at it, but the least that you can do is try to avoid it as much as possible.
So you'd agree with Tallywagon's viewpoint of understanding that you're not mature really contributes to making you mature?
Definitely. So, where do you guys see that Holden is isolated or belonging in society then?
Holden.
Wholesome?
Listen.
Holden, listen.
One of the points where Holden was very isolated when he was watching the football game up from the hill instead of with the crowd. And that just shows he's not like fitting in with the norms. Like, it's a big game and pretty much everyone's there, but he's just up on a hill watching it. He leaves halfway through, and that just shows some isolation. Like, he doesn't really feel accepted by society, so he doesn't accept society.
So one thing that I've been also thinking about is like whether or not like did he like necessarily choose to become more mature and become isolated from society? Because to a certain degree, when you go to like a football game, you have to be a little immature to have fun. But this guy, he just watches on a hill and then he's like, number one, trying to find a way to say goodbye, but he could join in for a last time to finally have fun with all the people that he's been neglecting himself from. What about you?
I really think that part of his immaturity is really that he is mature. So the fact that he is mature and feels that he is too mature for everyone else in his situation, everyone else in the society that he's in at the moment, because he's in high school, everyone's not really mature, but at the moment he feels that he's more mature than everyone else, which really contributes to more of his immaturity. So the fact that he won't go to a football game, or the fact that he won't go to these things that everyone else is going to, really makes him seem like more of an immature character than a mature one in the end. It really feels like he's an outcast, but not of his own choosing, but of his afflictions, and that he doesn't have anyone to be with.
So you're saying nonconformity is immature?
I'm not saying that nonconformity is immature, but I'm saying the way he goes at nonconformity is immature. Not pushing himself into any situations and just running away from any situations that may not conform with what he wants to do.
Yeah, sounds good.
Facts. Are we done here?
Yeah.
Facts on
Facts.
No
On
kidding.
God.
What's
No
our
easy.
what's our what's our outro?
Well, that's been a great podcast today with you guys on Cars 3. Honestly, really hyped to see you guys next time. So glad for you guys watching, and I'm really happy to see you guys.
See you later.
That was Talan, you ruined it.
Talan,
We're gonna do